We've built our offer, we've defined our MVP, we're starting to make some money, we've defined our avatar, and we know what our business is. So, Hustle Hard has been moving for, say, 6 months now, right? What we're gonna do is we're gonna look at all of our metrics that have been happening for 6 months, and we gotta know these 4 metrics right here. Okay, so we got lifetime value, which is over the lifetime of client X. Let's say John comes in, he joins our community, and he sticks around for 4 months. But there are also 100 other Johns. Everybody's only sticking around for 4 months, but we've also gotten a couple clients that have taken us up on our one-to-one offer that was $4.99. So after averaging out all of our clients, all 50 of, or 100, 150 of our clients, we have a $200 lifetime value. So that means that whenever somebody is actually working with your company, right, across the average of the entire company, they spend $200, right? And we know our client acquisition cost from our affiliate program that we set up is $50 plus overhead. So you have your website, you have your web development fees, you have your marketing, you have your ads, you have all of the time that's being put in. So we know our client acquisition cost is $50 plus overhead, right? Well, another great thing to look at, like this is the cost that it takes to acquire a client. So profit margin is 42%, right? So that means that for the 100 or 200 in lifetime value, right, we are gonna see $84 of it. So we get paid 84 schmackaroonies, okay? And we know our client acquisition cost is 50 plus overhead, right? So we're making $84 whenever it's all said and done on this entire equation and on our business. So let's say your goal is to get to 10K a month, okay? Well, then you need 120 monthly clients, right? You need roughly 120 monthly users on your platform to get to your goal. And whenever I'm actually working with companies, you know, I'll take a look at them. I'll say, what goal do you want to get to? We take a look at all of this stuff right here. And then we figure out where we got to start actually increasing or decreasing some of this. So we take the math equation, we just look at it from an outside perspective, and we just take the lifetime value, where they want to be on a monthly basis, and boom. So for this example, Hustle Hard needs 120 monthly members, and we can get to our 10K goal, all right? Now, if we're not hitting the metrics we want to hit, or say you want to get to 15K a month, what do we have to do, right? Where in this equation can we increase to get to that 15K, right? We can increase lifetime value for sure, right? Our profit margins are probably going to roughly stay the exact same, and our client acquisition costs may go up just a little bit, right? But the profit margin is going to stay roughly at 42%, maybe around 40% here, right? So the only levers that we can pull are lifetime value levers and volume levers. So we either need to create more volume in the awareness level, or we got to create more value. We got to create more volume and value. So your only goal to get to 15K, if you're at 10 in this situation, is to increase volume at the awareness level and the value, or maybe even implement an upsell that increases your lifetime value. But without actually tracking these numbers and paying attention to these numbers, it's going to be very, very hard for you to say, take a shot in the dark and be like, okay, well, I know exactly what I need to do. Whenever these are the actual metrics to your business, these tell you what you need to do. And if you can't adjust profit margin, you can't adjust client acquisition costs, or client acquisition cost is going to go up, and lifetime value, no matter what you do, stays at $200, we need to create more awareness around the brand, and we need to create more value that we actually give to our customers and give to our clients that is going to make them bring in more people via referral. And the more volume we add to the actual client base here at 150, now we have another 30 people monthly that are going to try and bring in people for us. So it becomes a volume issue. All right? And that is understanding LTV, CAC, profit margin, how important they play a role in your business, and the last lever that I never really attached to stuff like this, which is volume.